Romans chapter 12, verse 2. Paul writes to the church, a letter to the church in Rome. And he says, don't be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. The word that Paul uses to be transformed is the Greek word metamorpho. And it's the word where we get metamorphosis from. And for some time, scientists were trying to understand the process. How does a caterpillar become a butterfly? And so for some time they were looking and they were experimenting and they were investigating, I should say, and they came up with some startling discoveries. One was that in this process where the caterpillar begins to build a cocoon over itself and the process of metamorphosis begins, what they discovered was that there was a gene, there was a cell in the caterpillar that was dormant. It was dormant all this time. But when this cell awakens, there's this awakening of the cell, then the process of metamorphosis begins to take place. What's really interesting about this process is that there seems to be resistance from the caterpillar to becoming a butterfly. There is a resistance that takes place. And it so reminds me of what Paul says in Galatians, that the flesh wars after the spirit and the spirit war. There's a resistance in our life for this transformation. There is a battle that is being fought. And so that's why Paul says, don't be conformed to this world. So conformity to this world will stifle the process of metamorphosis in the life of the Christian, but be transformed by the renewing of our mind so that this battle, this resistance that takes place in our mind. The battlefield is in our mind.